All right, Ian. GameStop is looking to partner with Microsoft. They signed an agreement for a strategic accord, is what they called it.
Yes, their stocks jumped 27% after a strategic partnership with Microsoft Core gave investors fresh optimism that the video game retailer can turn around its business. That's from MSN. So basically what's happening is Microsoft, basically their cloud services will be used at GameStop stores. They'll be using Microsoft programs for inventory, finance. They say e-commerce, so probably on their website. Workers will use Microsoft Surface tablets, and GameStop will offer Xbox All Access, a monthly service for the Xbox gaming console.
They'll just sell it for them.
Yeah, they'll sell it for them.
They'll push it.
So basically what it is it looks like, Microsoft will officially have their software, in the store in terms of how the store functions and operates, and they will also push some Microsoft services. I don't think that this really amounts to much of anything long term. This is not going to magically make people suddenly desire physical video games again. This isn't going to get people back into the store. This is one of those things that I personally don't always understand. Just because something happens with a big name doesn't mean it's going to save the business. I still look at this as, GameStop stringing themselves along just a little bit longer. But yeah, I don't think it's going to... I don't see how this is going to be a boon for them in any way, shape, or form. It's fresh money. They're going to do some Microsoft advertising, but...
I don't know how much Microsoft is paying them.
Right.
If they say, hey, you're going to use our we'll give you the tablets for free. We'll give you the tablets, or maybe we'll give you a little bit of money. But now every store has... like in the NFL, they use the Surface tablets. It's a endorsement deal for that.
Right.
But for this, it's just like, you think Microsoft, do you think that Microsoft was held over a barrel by GameStop? They can...
Oh, absolutely not.
Make the terms of the agreement.
Yeah.
And GameStop will be like, yes, please. Yes, Microsoft. We'll do whatever you want.
Right, because they need whatever they can get at this point.
Yeah, so they'll probably, they'll get like a percentage if they sell the, they sell the Game Pass deal, whatever. They'll get a percentage. GameStop, like in their store, they'll be incentivized to push it more probably. But from what I saw, they want employees walking around with the Surface tablets, like interacting with the customers. I guess to be more like close to them, like an Apple Store person, and just point out, oh, here's your gaming experience, and like these are the games you should be looking at, and like showing them like that's. They want to try to transform their stores via this.
Yeah, is it that, or is it like, do you have such and such in stock? Well, let me just check this handy dandy Surface tablet instead of walking over to the shelf and looking.
Because GameStop stores are not set up like Apple stores. Apple stores are open and free, and you can sit down and you can go on the tablets or the phones or the computers. It's very bright. GameStop stores are like...
It's very bright. Yes, it is.
Are more cluttered. You have lots of shelves. So you can't necessarily transform the stores easily because you have a limited amount of space, for sure. But now you have to retrain all your employees to use these tablets and interact differently with your customers. And I just see this as being a huge pain in the neck. I don't see what GameStop gets out of this overall. If they think that it might be a better customer service experience, I don't think adding a tablet's going to automatically increase the camaraderie between the employees and your customer. I just don't see that.
No.
You have to have that as a working relationship. Like, it's hard to have a GameStop store that's been around for 20 years and employees working there forever. All of a sudden, okay, you have to basically retrain how you work, and your customers have to be cool with it too. Maybe I don't want a GameStop employee approaching me with a Surface tablet, and getting in my face and telling me about all the new releases and trying to learn about me. I can picture them, Ian, doing them asking, well, what type of games do you like to play? Click, click, click. What's your demographic? And then, oh, here's your recommendations for me. Like turning around on you. Like, I'm here to pick up a game that I'm looking to buy. I'm looking to buy a birthday present. I'm looking for a Christmas present. I don't necessarily need all these extra steps in between. It's weird to me to see this.
Yeah, it's strange. They're at the throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks phase. I think we will probably see more weird decisions by GameStop in the coming months. We already have from wanting to be a lifestyle center. I mean,
Yes.
to
Lifestyles.
this shit. They are desperate, and no amount of 27% stock surges is going to fix this.
So are they counting on a similar deal now that the deal with Microsoft, that Sony's going to do a deal with them to push the Sony Game Pass? What's the Sony one called?
PS Now.
PS Now. Are they looking for that to get to wet their beaks there as well? Because if I'm Sony, I'd be pissed off. Okay, you have a partnership with Microsoft. Does it mean you're not going to push our stuff as much? Like, is that what they're going for? Or at this point, GameStop doesn't care. They got to make as much money as they can before they're done.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Because obviously they're going to make some more. This will be their best year, best quarter. The year is bad though, because before COVID they were doing horribly.
Yes.
But the new consoles are coming out, so they're going to get some revenue that way. I don't know how much money they're making on these consoles. I have no idea how much they're making.
Not much. I can't imagine they're making much.
Because they're lost leaders most of the time, these new consoles for Sony and Microsoft. They're not making money on them.
No, they're not making money on them. Yeah, so I would imagine that the amount of money that a place like GameStop makes on them is slim to none. I mean, I've said it a bunch before, but one of the reasons, there's a lot of reasons why we don't deal in new stuff anymore in terms of like sealed games, but the margins are just, the amount that you have to sell to turn a profit on the margins that they offer you is insane. I mean, the best case scenario, you might make $10 after tax on a new game, but most of the time you're making
after tax. You mean federal tax and sales tax, or what do you mean?
Like, yeah, after like you pay back, after you pay the sales tax, you might make $10 on a game, but more often than not, it's somewhere between like $2 and $5. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, that's for the business pays taxes on that revenue.
Yeah, games coming in for $55.99 a fucking copy, and we sell it for $60. It's nuts.
So it's a volume play, but as Ian always says, they make their money on selling extra controllers and accessories and things like that. That's how they make their money. But is it enough? I guess we'll see first quarter 2021. I mean, they're already planning on closing 500 stores even before this. They know the revenue is going to be bumped up. So obviously the stock jumps up. The stock again has nothing to do with the health of the business. Like I repeat that. People that tell you it means they're saved don't know anything about business or stocks. That tell you that.
We're on an irreversible path for GameStop. GameStop is not going to be more needed as time goes on. It's just going to continue to get more and more irrelevant. You can't save that.
I'm looking at seekingalpha.com. The guy who wrote the article said that he officially confirmed, like with GameStop, that the following quote from their press release specifically refers to a revenue sharing agreement. GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. They're going to get a cut of Game Pass that they sell. They're going to get a cut. I don't know if it's 10%, 20%. They're going to get a cut.
Which means that I have a feeling that regional managers are going to start breathing down managers and employees necks again, start pushing sales. So working at GameStop is going to get fucking nightmarishly hellish again too. I truly feel bad for anyone who is going to be going through this holiday season working at a GameStop. For many reasons, it's going to be a nightmare.
But again, I'm trying to think. It's great for Microsoft. They get free advertisement for their Game Pass, and it's worth it. Whatever, if they give 10% to Game.
I really don't see anything that GameStop gets out of this. Some free fucking trinkets.
Yeah, we got a warehouse of Microsoft services laying around. We'll give you some. You know what I mean? Like that's okay.
Yeah, we can replace your system that's working fine now with a different system that you're going to have to retrain all of your employees in on.
Yeah, that's fine. But if I'm in the store. I mean, how many people that are buying an Xbox console at this point don't know about Game Pass? Like, how many don't? That's what they're pushing to the front. So if I'm in GameStop, unless I'm getting a deal, I don't want to waste my time. I'll just sign up in 2 seconds at home. I'll click the button. My credit card's already. I'll click the button and get Game Pass. Like, why am I doing it in the store?
Yeah, I mean that is something that should be noted, is that you have access, whether it's on like Sony, PlayStation, or Xbox, you have access to all of it. You don't need to buy this service from GameStop. When you turn your system on, I guarantee you within 5 clicks, you can be on the page to have that purchased.
Buy now.
They're going to make it. They're going to make it very easy. It might even be 2 clicks.
I was going to say, now I'm thinking about it, if I get it from GameStop, How am I gonna? They're gonna give me a code. Then I gotta put that, go online and go to the store.
They're gonna sell you a fucking code.
Fuck that. Like, come
They're going
on.
to sell you a code.
I'll just go home and buy it. I already got my credit card input there.
All right. Well,
Anyway, well, it's interesting to see this. I'm now curious to see once this is fully implemented. I'm not sure how quickly they can implement this. I guess maybe they can do it before the end of the year. How quickly can they do this and roll us out to all the stores?
I think it would be a nightmare for them to try to do it right now. But
you think so?
They probably will.
Well, getting the Surfaces out, I guess they'll have their own software on the Surface.
They need to do it within the next couple weeks before holiday business hits, or it's going to be a nightmare trying to train people on how to do that stuff while experiencing a surge of business. October is really like your last chance to get anything done before the holidays hit, and if you don't get it done before then, you might as well push it off into the new year.
So this is actually a good article. I'll give him credit. His name is Justin Dofirala. He said that Nintendo and Sony were likely shocked about this revenue sharing deal, especially Sony, because they were usually pretty close to GameStop. Says, although the Nintendo relationship was recently warmed up with the addition of Reggie Fils-Aimé. This was evidenced on the last earnings call when George Sherman, our buddy from AutoZone, said, we received more than our fair share of Nintendo Switches, and we sell these very rapidly. You think Reggie's actually putting in the work? You think he's calling up Mr. GameStop and saying, hey, listen, man, we got to work out a deal here? I wonder if it actually helped. If Reggie's just sipping on mimosas somewhere and doing these calls every couple weeks.
I don't know anything about Reggie's personal life or what he's doing now, but yeah, I don't know.
According to this article, sale of GameStop European operations appears imminent. Wow. This is the first I'm hearing about this. This might be a thing that happens in Europe. Really? Wow, this is a good article. I wish I read this before the podcast. I just found this right now. So anyway, so check out this article. I'll link it from Seeking Alpha. It has a lot of details. Wow, they're looking to sell their European operations. That's news to me. This October. It's breaking, Ian. October 12th. That's an update.
Oh, update.
So there you go. There you have it. So I'm looking forward to going into GameStop, Ian, and seeing people with those blue ugly Surfaces that I only see on. I don't know anyone who owns a Microsoft Surface. I just see Bill Belichick try to fumble with his on the Patriots sideline.
Yeah, I'm old and crabby.